Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 4. We'll present about diversification and defensive strategies. I am NURUL IZZATUL BINTI SAUNDI with metric ID PB18045. I am the first presenter of this group. For my part, I will present about diversification strategies. Diversification strategies means the strategy that an organization adopts for the development of its business. Diversification strategies are becoming less popular because organizations are finding it more difficult to manage diverse business activities. In the 1960s and 1970s, the trend was to diversify to avoid being dependent on any single industry. But in the 1980s saw general reversal of that thinking. Diversification strategies have two general types that are related diversification and unrelated diversification. Related diversification means adding new but related products or services. Businesses are said to be related when value chain poses competitively valuable cross-business strategic fit, while unrelated diversification means adding new but unrelated products or services, so that businesses are said to be unrelated when their value chains are so dissimilar that no competitively valuable cross-business relationship exists. There are 6 guidelines for when related diversification may be an effective strategy. First, guideline is an organization competes in a no-growth or a slow-growth industry. Second guideline is adding new but related products would significantly enhance the sales of current products. Third is new but related products could be offered at highly competitive prices. Fourth is new but related products have seasonal sales levels that counterbalance an organization's existing peaks and valleys. Guideline number 5, if an organization products are currently in the declining stage of the product's life cycle. Guideline number 6 is an organization has a strong management team. However, there are 10 guidelines when unrelated diversification may be an especially effective strategy. First is revenues derived from an organization's current products or services will increase significantly by adding the new, it is unrelated products. Second is an organization competes in a highly competitive or a no-growth industry, as indicated by low industry profit margin and return. Third is an organization present channels of distribution can be used to market the new products to current customer. Number 4 is new products have counter-cyclical sales pattern compared to an organization present product. Next is an organization basic industry is experiencing declining annual sales and profit. Guideline number 6 is an organization has the capital and managerial talent needed to compete successfully in a new industry. Guideline number 7 is an organization has the opportunity to purchase an unrelated business that is an attractive investment opportunity. Guideline number 8 is financial synergy exists between the acquirer and acquiring firm. Guideline number 9 is existing market for an organization present products are saturated. Last but not least, antitrust action could be charged against an organization that historically has concentrated. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nabilah binti TUMIRAN, PB18042. I will explain our presentation. So, in this part, our defensive strategies consist of three strategies such as retrenchment, divestiture, and liquidation. In this part, I will explain about retrenchment strategy. Retrenchment occurs when an organization regroups through cost and asset reduction to reverse declining sales and profits. During retrenchment, strategists work with limited resources and face pressure from stakeholders, employees, and the media. Retrenchment can involve selling off land and building to raise needed cash, pruning product line, closing marginal businesses, closing obsolete factories, automated processes, reducing the numbers of employees, and instituting expense control system. In some cases, declaring bankruptcy can be an effective retrenchment strategy. Bankruptcy can allow a firm to avoid major debt obligation and to avoid union contracts. For example, Levi-Strauss and Corporation recently cut 20% of its non-retail and non-manufacturing workforce as part of a retrenchment strategy aimed at streamlining the firm's operations and generating cost saving of nearly $200 million per year. The 160-year-old company headquartered in San Francisco is having trouble competing in the intensely competitive retail clothing industry marked by fleeting fashion and sale-only shoppers. Next, there are 5 guidelines for when retrenchment may be an especially effective strategy to pursue. Firstly, an organization has a clearly distinctive competence and has failed consistently to meet its objectives and goals over time. An organization is one of the weaker competitors in a given industry. Next, an organization is plagued by inefficiency, low profitability, poor employee morale, and pressure from stakeholders to improve performance. And lastly, an organization has failed to capitalize on external opportunities, minimize external threats, take advantage of internal strengths, and overcome internal weakness over time. Lastly, an organization has grown so large so quickly that major internal organization is needed. Next, I will pass the presentation to my mentor. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SHAFIKAH binti SAMSUDIN. ID number PB1854, and I continue to present about defensive strategy divestiture. Divestiture means selling a division or part of an organization. Often is used to raise capital for future strategic acquisitions or investment that can be part of an overall retrenchment strategy to rid an organization of business that are unprofitable, that require too much capital, or that do not fit well with the firm's other activities. Divestiture has also become a popular strategy for firms to focus on their core business and become less diversified. Next, this is 6 guidelines for when divestiture may be an especially effective strategy. First, when an organization has pursued a retrenchment strategy and failed to accomplish needed improvements. Second, when a division needs more resources to be competitive than the company can provide. Third, when a division is responsible for an organization's overall poor performance. Fourth is when government antitrust action threatens an organizations. Fifth is when a larger amount of cash is needed quickly and cannot be obtained reasonable from other sources. Sixth is when a division is a misfit with the rest of an organization. This can result from radically different markets, customers, managers, employee values or needs. That's all from me. Thank you.
For the last part is liquidation. Liquidation means that selling all of a company's assets in part for their tangible worth. Liquidation is a recognition of defeats and consequently can be an emotionally difficult strategy. However, it may be preferable to shut down than to keep losing a large sum of money. These three guidelines indicate when liquidation may be an especially effective strategy to pursue. The first one is an organization has pursued both a retrenchment strategy and a divestiture strategy, and neither has been successful. The second is an organization's only alternative is bankruptcy. Liquidation represents an orderly and a planned means of obtaining the greatest possible amount of cash for an organization's assets. A company can legally declare bankruptcy first and then liquidate various divisions to raise needed capital. And for the last is the stockholder of a firm can minimize their losses by selling the organization's assets. That's all from us. Thank you.